guys. Welcome to Research Project 3. So we're moving right along. So let's go over the instructions, and then I'll get into the example. But it's important, right? You got to create a video. I think that is where a lot of people are just stuck. You got to create a video. And you know, you could do it in PowerPoint, but then it has to be recorded, like I'm going to do in just a minute. Um, it cannot be a Google Doc. It has to be a video. So if you want to use Google Slides to create a presentation and then record it, then you could do that, just like I'm doing right now, right? So this is the part that's really important, is that you got to summarize projects 1 and 2 into 5 slides, and that's the hard part, right? Because you really feel like you need to convey all the information. But in this particular case, you need to consolidate it. You got to do it. So get projects 1 or 2 into 5 slides, because this presentation cannot exceed 8. And the goal is to get to the end and have 12 slides. Now you can have all of the other slides at the end of the presentation in case the investor or whoever has questions. But at the end of the day, you don't want to have a presentation that's 25 slides. Nobody wants to listen to that, okay? So in this project, there's 4 parts, right? Who are your competitors? And name them. So it's super important you understand who your competitors are. And don't tell me I don't have any competitors. Everybody has got competitors, right? I mean, I've had students in the past that were like, oh no, my sports drink uses some special blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. There are other sports drink companies, okay? So they may not be a 100% direct competitor, but they are an alternative to you. So who are they? And name them. I want to see names. And where are they? Are they located in the same city, or who are they? Who are their customers? Like, who physically buys their products? And this is important because you want to make sure you can understand, is there overlap between your value proposition and theirs? So are you going to have to go steal their customers for you to be successful, is the question you have to ask yourself. Because if you can't, because everybody loves them, then you probably got a challenge on your hands, okay? And then create a matrix, and I'll go over that in a second, okay? Create a video presentation, 2-minute maximum. A couple of you get wordy, right? And you like to talk, and I get it. And so here's what I need you to do. Practice before you do the video. Practice a couple times, put a little timer on, see how long it takes you to do it. And you want to get near 2 minutes, because I'm docking you if you don't, right? Once again, nobody wants to hear you ramble for 12 minutes. And so 2 minutes, you've got to learn how to be concise. So it's good to practice here. So let's take a look at the presentation, and I'm going to take it from the top, right? So this is my project 3, competitive analysis for marketing for entrepreneurs. So always clean, our company, our slogan is always clean designs and manufactures premium men's underwear in a variety of colors designed to mask embarrassing marks. Our value proposition is pretty simple. Most men's underwear are in colors that do not mask embarrassing colors. Men wearing always clean underwear will always be able to avoid the embarrassment of being discovered wearing underwear that have unsightly marks. Always clean will come in a range of colors, from coffee brown to spinach smoothie green. Always clean will be priced in between high-end offerings from Calvin Klein and low-end offerings from Fruit of the Loom and Hanes. We've got a couple ideal customers. One, college-age students, right? 18 to 24 years old. And there are about 15 million of them. They're busy. They often get distracted. They often forget to change their underwear. You know who you are. They live with friends. They don't have a washer or dryer. They work crazy hours, Uber driver, etc. Secondary, it's men that are 25 to 44. And there's 41 million of those. Also busy, and although hopefully they won't forget to change their underwear, they get busy, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get yourself squared away. And then we've got third market is women who wear men's underwear. We assume there's about a small percentage of the population, about 280,000. Our competition's pretty clear, okay? Hanes, Fruit of the Loom on the low end, Calvin Klein, Under Armour maybe on the high end. And if we look at Hanes, they're an established brand, but they got relatively low quality and minimal colors. Fruit of the Loom, same thing, established, moderate quality. Michael Jordan has been a spokesman in the past, and they got a moderate choice of colors, but they're pretty basic, right? You can get your burgundy or your green, but they're not going to be the right green. On the other side, we've got Calvin Klein. They're a premium brand, high quality. They do use high-end models, but their colors are absolutely basic: white, gray, black, period. That's it. And they've also got fairly high end distribution and minimal direct sales. They rely heavily on the retail market. Under Armour, they are a premium sports brand. They're high quality underwear. They've got several spokes figures, sports figures that are models. Some choices, right? They got camo, etc. And their majority sports store distributions, Dick's, etc. And then extensive direct sales, right? Their website, they do a ton of biz on their website. On the competitive matrix side, right? We take a look at Always Clean, and we're going to stack up pretty good, right? Because we're going to have a brand and significant choice. We will have spokespeople. We may have distribution, but I seriously doubt it. We're going to rely heavily on direct distribution. So I think we're going to be right in the mix in terms of competitive. So in summary, Always Clean plans to compete in a very competitive market. We recognize this. Its principal challenge is going to be retail distribution and brand awareness. We think we can overcome that with social media marketing, etc. Always Clean will engage known social media stars and market directly to its target customers through social media and overcome the retail advantage the current competitors enjoy. That is Project 3. Not difficult. You'll see that I was able to sort of combine several slides in order to make the presentation a little bit more concise. I was still able to talk about who my customers were and then really put the emphasis on this leg of the presentation on the competition. And I cannot overemphasize the need for you to understand who your competition is. These are the people that are going to want to eat your lunch and put you out of business. So it is super important you understand who they are and also who are their customers. Because if there's overlap between who will buy your stuff and who is currently buying their stuff, the question you're really going to have to ask yourself is why would they buy your product if they're currently enjoying the product that they're already buying? Hopefully this was helpful. You guys know how to find me. Don't hesitate to reach out. Peace.